Everyone laughed at the barefoot boy kicking a homemade football through the muddy streets of the slums. They said a poor child could never become a FIFA World Cup champion. Years later, that same boy would lift the World Cup trophy before billions of fans. Daniel was born into poverty. His father worked construction whenever jobs were available, while his mother sold vegetables to feed the family. Some nights they only had rice, and Daniel often pretended he wasn't hungry so his younger sister could eat. His family couldn't afford a football, so he made one from plastic bags, old clothes, and rope. Every day after school, he practiced in the narrow streets, using rocks as goalposts and imagining thousands of fans cheering his name. People laughed at his dream. You don't even own football boots. But Daniel ignored them and trained even harder. Before sunrise, he ran 4 miles. After school, he practiced until dark. At night, he watched football through a neighbor's window because his family had no television. At 14, he attended a football academy tryout. The other players wore expensive boots while Daniel wore torn sneakers. Even so, he amazed the coaches with his speed, dribbling, and goals. But when they learned he lived in the slums and couldn't afford the academy fees, they rejected him. Heartbroken, Daniel returned home. His mother hugged him and said, "They rejected your situation, not your future." Those words changed everything. A retired scout named Coach Miguel offered to train him for free. Every morning, Daniel pushed himself beyond his limits. Years of discipline turned him into one of the country's best young players. He earned a scholarship, signed his first professional contract, and finally lifted his family out of poverty. Soon, he was selected for the national team and helped them qualify for the FIFA World Cup. The tournament was the biggest challenge of his life. Critics doubted him after poor performances, but Daniel remembered the barefoot boy who never gave up. His confidence returned. Goal after goal carried his country into the World Cup final. With seconds remaining and the score tied, Daniel received the ball, dribbled past 3 defenders, and faced the goalkeeper. He remembered every sacrifice, every rejection, and every hungry night before striking the ball. The shot flew into the top corner. Goal. The final whistle blew. His country were FIFA World Cup champions. After lifting the trophy, Daniel returned to the slums, where it all began. He built a football field and funded scholarships for children who couldn't afford to chase their dreams. Standing on the same streets where everyone once laughed at him, he smiled and said, "Your beginning does not decide your ending. Dreams belong to those who refuse to give up."